What's going on? We are officially live. Wow, I was too zoomed in. I'm using my new phone on here, and I'm not quite used to it yet because it is a little bit zoomed in compared to my old iPhone. This is the iPhone XS Max, but yeah, I film on it now too for like my updates and stuff, and it's closer. I'm not used to it, and when I first turned it on, I was like, I don't like it. Also, I'm a little sweaty and greasy right now. I just took a walk to the end of the street and back, and I was pouring sweat. In fact, I weighed myself before I like lost 2 pounds on this walk. It was crazy. How's everybody doing today on this sunny, summery Sunday? What's up, Daniel Varney? It is disgustingly hot here in New Jersey. Heat index was, I think, 110, so terrible. But I hope everybody's staying cool and hydrated and enjoying their Sunday. I haven't done one of these live streams in a while, and this is the first that I'll have done on my new iPhone, the XS Max. Again, I don't know if there's a way to change how zoomed in it is, but I don't know. I'll have to fix it. Whoa, yes. What's going on? Scarvernus Hunter and Daniel Varney. Yeah, it feels, yeah, the real feel, the heat index has been yesterday, today, super crazy. It is the dog days of summer. I feel like once it officially turned summer, it was just a nonstop heat wave. Nice. Hopefully you can enjoy now that you're back home from work. What's everybody doing tonight? I'm actually, I have a movie on. I paused it. It's one that I've seen before. It's actually, there it is, right there. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I wanted to revisit it because I know there's a Blu-ray coming out from RLJ Entertainment, but apparently I saw I think it was a tweet last night that Arrow Video is going to be releasing it here in the U.S. as well. And I guess whoever was part of the Arrow Video group over there said they don't know what's going on with the RLJ one, which I think is interesting that I didn't think two companies could hold the rights at the same time. But I'm looking forward to the Arrow one, especially. They always do an amazing job, and I've seen I think the UK one is already out over there. But hold on, let me scroll through. Finally started collecting laser discs. Yeah, actually, I don't have a laser disc player. I have a few laser discs, mostly because I don't know. I can't even show them right now, but there's a couple that I was able to get signed, and then also there's just a couple, like The Thing is my favorite movie, so I had to get the Japanese laser disc for that. I'm not used to this phone, so forgive me if I zoom in. 10 people are in here. Can you guys give me a thumbs up on this? 11 people. Can you give me a thumbs up on this video, please, guys? It'll, I guess, get more exposure, so when I do these live streams, more people can, I guess, see them. This XS Max is like so. I'm not used to it. It's a bigger phone and the screen is bigger. It's kind of cool like that, but I don't like that it's zoomed in. But Ben Grimm, what's up? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, me too. I've seen this movie before, but it's been a while. I remember like the dog, the little poodle dog. A Band Apart, what's up, man? How are you? Des Moines, Iowa. I like it. Sipping on a cold beer. It's definitely a cool day. I'm having a root beer. It's funny. I'm going to be doing. I might do a video on my I guess weight loss journey. I'm trying to lose some weight. I have a bet going on. We haven't started the bet yet, but it's going to be a friend of mine and I are going to do it for 3 months essentially to see who can lose the most weight. We're gonna do it, I guess, on percentage wise because he weighs like 40 pounds more than me. But just walking to the end of the street, I lost 2 pounds because it's so disgustingly hot out. So that's kind of crazy. But I don't know. I figure it'd be interesting to do that. I know it's gonna be more of a lifestyle thing too, but it's little things. I don't really drink too much anymore, but football season is like the prime time, and that's coming up. So I feel like that's gonna be difficult. I haven't seen Midsummer yet. I do very much want to see it. I love Hereditary. I think Hereditary is one of the creepiest horror movies of all time. Absolutely love it. I'll scroll through. Ben Grimm, there's a store. Yeah, Laserdisc, I feel like that was short-lived. I think it was just the format of it because you had to like switch them, flip them, right? Caddyshack, Stakeout Species, nice. All right, so I got, okay. Where's the fourth one? Oh, Dirty Harry. Okay, cool. Those are some good releases. I would say Caddyshack's a classic for me. Species was always one I enjoyed. Stakeout I haven't seen in a while. It was Rosie O'Donnell was in there, right? Is that the one that I'm thinking of? And then there's like another Stakeout. Low carb beer. True, but I feel like all right. I'm a little bit of a beer snob. Like all the mainstream, uh, I guess macro like Bud, Coors, all that stuff. It tastes like water to me now. Like when I was younger, I drank it all the time, but now like with all the different craft beers out there, there's so many amazing beers out there. But I'm drinking a root beer, so. But yeah, I'm trying to figure. I got all right. So I'm gonna might as well just do a collection overview in a minute because I got stuff everywhere. I'm still trying to get rid of more movies. I did sell a bunch this past, not the past one, but the time before. One person bought like I don't know, like 100 movies or something like that. So that was cool. They got a good deal. I got some more space. Got rid of a bunch of movies. I still want to get rid of them more. Again, I've got stuff all over the floors. And I don't want to get more shelving units. I want to get rid of stuff, but I've hit that impasse. If I can't see myself rewatching movies, there's no reason for me to keep it. But I've hit that impasse where I'm trying to rationalize things, but it's tough. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get rid of more stuff, and I definitely want to make room for more memorabilia stuff too, more posters. I don't have any real wall space. Like you can see my Killer Clowns from Outer Space poster signed up right there. Got the John Carpenter's The Thing Japanese poster right there, which is able to get signed up by a couple people involved with the film, including Wilford Brimley. And I would love to get John Carpenter on here. I'd love to get this poster signed up as much as possible. Whoop! There I am. You can see my reflection back there. Uh, yeah, exactly. I completely missed you even saying that, Ben Grimm. But yeah, exactly. I feel like all those taste like water to me. Um, yes, I did hear about the Scream Factory releases. I posted about it on. I have a Facebook page for this YouTube channel. I posted that on there too. There's some really good releases, but then I was thinking like I was excited initially for some of them, like Prophecy. I have on DVD, and I don't know if I really want to, if I need to upgrade that movie. I like it, but I don't love it. In fact, that might be one I get rid of. I've seen it before. I'm pretty sure Armand DeSante's in there, and I think when they did the whole like rundown, they didn't mention him, which is kind of surprising because he's one of the bigger name people in that movie. You're wearing regular shorts. Yes, that's a good eye. I just took a walk. That's why I'm wearing regular shorts. Otherwise, I'd totally be in my boxers right now. But yeah, I just got in from a walk and it was disgusting out. But yeah, I am very excited for the Fly set. In fact, I'm gonna get rid of my Fly double feature DVD for Fly and Fly 2, the newer ones. I'm not the biggest fans of the old school ones, but it's kind of cool to see the whole set like that. I would have almost kind of preferred a standalone double feature for the recent ones, the remake, Cronenberg remake, and then the one with Eric Stoltz. But I'm excited for that. There's the John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China. I am super excited for that. Pet Cemetery 2, super excited for that. But Prophecy, there's a few other ones I was like, Let's Scare Jessica to Death. It's been a while since I've seen that one. But maybe I'll revisit that one and decide. There's a few other different ones in there. They have more figures that they announced too. I definitely like what they did with this announcement of these releases. My Bloody Valentine. So if you were trying to get some money from that old Blu-ray of it, now's your time to sell it before it comes out. I think it's coming out before Valentine's Day. I think that I don't know. For me, I'm gonna wait to see about that one to see what the artwork looks like and what new special features are on there. But that's cool that they're re-releasing it for people who don't have the old release for it. But I think this is one of the best lineup releases that they've done in pretty much forever. Because a lot of the other releases that they've done in the past were ones I wasn't too excited about because they already had previous Blu-ray releases. But they have a lot of good ones on this slate, so happy about that. And they said they have more in the work, so can't wait to see what else they're gonna do. Karen, what's up? Having sparkling water with a hint of Dr. Pepper flavor. Interesting. I dig it. That's another thing too. I'm gonna try to do this diet thing. Maybe I'm gonna get one of those. What's that little like water machine where you can kind of make your own sodas? But Soda Stream, I think it is. I want to do some like healthier stuff like that. I don't. I only recently started drinking sodas. I used to drink diet. I would drink like diet root beer, diet ginger beer, stuff like that, and then diet caffeine free, whatever. But I heard the diet's worse for you than the regular. But I gotta cut out like all the sugar essentially. Ryan James, how are you? I haven't seen Cobra Kai. I'm more of a movie guy than a series guy, but I've heard great things about it. Noah, who is one actor and actress you would love to see them in a movie you'll buy one day? Doing like a team up, you mean? That's interesting. That's a good question. Um, I would say one of my favorite actors is Daniel Day Lewis. So my favorite, I really like. I think Danielle Harris gets a bad rap. I heard a lot of people crapping on her, but I'm a big fan of her. So Danielle Harris in pretty much anything I'll watch. I know she's more horror and stuff like that, but Daniel Day Lewis is an actor. I could anything he'll do too. I'll watch too. I think very talented, one of the best of our times, essentially. Toy Collector, what's up, man? How are you? Yeah, what do you guys think of the new Scream Factory line? What was your favorite release that they've announced? Slumber Party Massacre. Yeah, I'm not too big on the figures. Like I have a few figures. Like I'll do the Funko stuff, but these are essentially all my figures right here. Here's some old school Garbage Pail Kids. But there's Elvira, and I'm watching Elvira right now. But yeah, I'm not too big on the figures, but I know a lot of people dig them. I still got to get the Night of the Creeps. I was actually tempted to get the Tom Atkins figure, but then I was like, nah, I don't need that. But I do want to get that released, though. I mean, I got to think about that, Noah, to come up with a better answer than that. But, Karen in the house. Yeah, true. But you never know. You hear people retiring all the time, then they come back. Maybe for the right opportunity, he would. Another PT Anderson right there, Paul Thomas Anderson. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. I feel like I'm curious to see about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I feel like there's done a lot of the Charlie Manson stuff recently. The killing of Sharon, the haunting of Sharon Tate. Sorry, which I actually liked. A lot of people crapped on it, but I thought it was an interesting take, and I don't know. It kind of made me feel happy for them that they had that kind of play out for it. But I dig it. It was better than I was expecting for the lead actress as well. Um, but yeah, what are you guys gonna watch tonight too? I'm gonna finish up Mistress of Dark, and I gotta pick out a few more movies. What is what's in the name? You teased us with a shirtless pic on Facebook. You don't want to see it. I got a beer belly. It's not attractive, but I am, like I said, I'm gonna be trying to do kind of keep track of my weight loss stuff on here, kind of motivate myself as well. Again, I'm going to have a bet with one of my friends coming up. We're doing it from August 15th to November 15th. We're betting $100 on it. But we're doing it on body percentage because he's 40 pounds heavier than I am. So it would be kind of unfair since we're not starting at the same weight. But I feel like I'm competitive by nature. So maybe that'll give us both some extra motivation. And yeah, I dig it. It'll kind of kickstart me. But I think the biggest, we both agreed to stop it before Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving and Christmas is such a difficult time. And then you got football season too. It's gonna be hard for me not to have empty calories in the beers and stuff like that. But if you want to join the Disney Movie Club, I got code. I already am part of the Disney Movie Club, but thank you. But yes, I'll do videos on that too. I'm gonna give Sully a watch time. I actually really enjoyed that one. It was better than I was expecting to be. I wasn't sure how it would play out for a cinematic story, but again, I'm a big fan of Tom Hanks, and it was much better than I expected. I really enjoy. I actually have that one. And Nina, belated happy birthday again. Sopranos, you're a little bit late on it, but that's okay. It's that was a classic one for sure. I actually stopped watching Sopranos at the end, so I didn't even see the final episode, but I've heard about it. I think people have shown clips of it, just how it plays out. I'm sure you probably heard about it, but yes, yes, I have, Daniel Varney. In fact, I should revisit that one. I feel like there's a bunch of films that I need to revisit. I don't want to keep films in my collection that I can't see myself rewatching. In fact, I kind of binge watched some Criterions recently. I think I'm gonna get rid of a few Criterions. I feel like I was holding Criterion to this higher level, and if it's a movie that I just don't see myself rewatching again, it's time to let it go. I've been meaning to do a full Criterion collection overview, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll have time to sneak it in. I got a bunch of ones over here. Barnes and Noble had the recent sale. Maybe I'll give you a sneak peek of some Criterions down here. But doesn't Danny Glover look like O.J. Simpson right there a little bit on the cover? Maybe it's because of the knife thing I'm thinking of, which is messed up. But Yeah, I'll give you guys a quick overview of the collection right now too. So up here we have the bust sets. We've got some Criterions, some Twilight Time, then Obstructed from View or TV shows and seasons. I've got some stuff for sale over here, and then some more Criterions in that pile there. And then I've got just some comic books that I definitely want to get rid of. Some other sets and stuff over here, and I got steelbooks, digibooks, some Arrow video. I've got more Arrow video than that. Got some posters. Here's my Phantasm poster, which I was able to get signed up, including by Angus Graham, who has now passed away. I'm very happy to have that in my collection. And I bought this a while back now, a couple of years ago, I guess, from Spider Geek on here. I don't know if he makes videos now or not. Kind of stopped keeping up with him because he used to, he'd have the channel, delete the channel, made new names and stuff like that. So I don't know if he's on here making videos or not. I just hope he's doing well. But I was able to get, he got it signed up by George A. Romero. And very happy to have that in my collection. I got to display that better. And then I've got some 4Ks over here. Stacks of 4Ks. This is all stuff like I've been meaning to do updates for, but I'm a slacker when it comes to doing updates. So here's some more stuff over here that I want to do updates for. Updates. And then here's all the horror Blu-rays right here. And then some more horror Blu-rays over here. And some Funko figures and stuff like that. Garbage Pail Kid figures from back in the day. Some box sets. And then here's, I have another box set over there, Singing in the Rain. And here's more stuff, there's some more movies and stuff in these bags. This is one of the very first special edition DVDs I ever got. The Basic Instinct with the Ice Pick pen. That and the Total Recall set with the 10, which I kind of dislike that set now. But here's, again, Elvira on the TV, Mistress of the Dark. And then we got stacks of movies, more stuff I need to do updates for or watch. And then here's some 4Ks. Again, I have like 2 more shelves worth of 4Ks in the other room. And then some Blu-rays. Here's some special edition sets up here at the top. And more Blu-rays. This is like the dark corner, like especially when it's nighttime. This corner gets really dark. The lighting in here isn't that great, but more Blu-rays. Some more sets up there. Coen Brothers sets. The Blade Runner set up there. Here's some DVDs. I've definitely downsized the DVD collection big time because this is essentially all that's left of the DVDs. And then here's some TV shows. And here's the horror DVD section. I keep the horror DVDs and horror Blu-rays separate. And Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. And here's some 10 editions. Here's some old jacket editions. Top Gun. And George A. Romero, was able to get him signed up on that one too. I got this from another collector. It's funny because I bought this from him and I had sold him stuff before too, so it was one of those small world kind of ones. I was able to get James Gunn on this forever ago before he got real famous with Guardians of the Galaxy. David Schmoller, one of my all-time favorite slashers, supernatural slasher, Tourist Trap. Dressed to Kill, a classic. Was able to get that signed up by Nancy Allen. 30 Days of Night, love it. So there you go. It's kind of just a quick random, not really random, just kind of overview of the collection. Let me just scroll through here. Yes, Andrew Goodman. I already talked about the Scream Factory releases. I'm definitely excited for them. Ken, what's going on? I was born in Texas. So where are you from in Texas, if you don't mind me asking? I was born in El Paso, which has been in the news for all over the place recently with the border stuff going on. I only want 2 Criterion movies, Dinner with Andre and Breakfast Club. Yeah, I do want to get the Breakfast Club one. That's probably like one of the highest ones on my wish list, in fact. I love that film, so I'm excited for that. And that is definitely a classic. Could I hit you up for some digital codes on Instagram, or do you give them away? I did, yeah, don't hit me up for them. Just let me do the giveaways for them. I know a lot of people were pissed off because I did like a huge stack of giveaways. I was like, be generous, only take a few. And then like one person took like 30 something and like posted about it. And like everybody was real mad about it. Understandably so. I can't control, who grabs what when I do them. But yeah, I'll do some digital copy giveaways coming up soon. So look forward to that. Make sure your bell notifications are on, I guess. But yeah, I don't like when I post like new releases and stuff, and people like, can I have the digital code? If I'm in the generous mood, I'll let you know. But yeah, I definitely plan to do more giveaways, especially for digital copies. I got a few more over there, and I know again last time it was kind of funny, but I know a few people got some here and there, but that one person got like 30 something, and everybody was real pissed off about it. But again, I can't control it when I'm just showing what ones, and then people are just taking them. But that's some dedication to sit there and copy down all those codes like that. But yeah, expect more giveaways coming up soon. Quiet in the chat for the tour. Yeah, I feel like I haven't done one of these live streams in a while, and I don't think I've done one this early either. So there's not as many people in here for sure. That's definitely something. I want to be more active in here too. I want to do more reviews and in general, but I don't like the editing. When I do updates, it's a little bit better, but when I do like a full movie review, I do a lot of editing, and it's just so tedious to me. But I know that's like one of the keys you got to do to stay relevant on YouTube in the movie community. You got to do a lot of new releases and a lot of movie reviews for the new releases. But a lot of times I don't like covering the movie reviews for the new releases, just because I feel like there's a million people on here doing the same thing. I want to focus more on like horror or cult titles or stuff that I think is underrated and lesser known. Um, but I definitely want to get back into it. I know what you have to do to stay popular and relevant on here. I've been making videos on here for over a decade, but I think on this channel maybe just 9 years, and another channel like 2 years, something like that. But I'm not familiar with that area, Ken. But glad to have you on board, and fellow Texan. Although I really was only there for a couple years when I was a kid. I was born there, and then we moved pretty quickly. Let's bring the. I don't have a Texas accent. I don't think I have an accent of any kind really. I grew up all over the place. I lived in Germany for 4.5 years as a kid. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Unfortunately, I didn't retain the language when I moved back to the States because nobody else I knew spoke it. So I just know a couple little sayings and words here and there. But I moved so much. I moved 17 times by the time I was 17. So don't really have an accent of any kind. Kind of an amalgamation of different things. But um, what are we? Oh yeah, Karen. Yeah, it's funny when they admitted it. I don't know. I don't think they understood what they were doing was a negative. I think they were just real happy that they got 30 something codes. They even said this is the most codes I got one time. And then other people were calling them out for it, but whatever. I mean, to me, I even said in the video, it's like, don't take a ton of them, take a couple and, leave some for other people, be generous. I'm trying to be generous here. And they were just like, nope, gimme. What can you do though? I don't really again, I don't think I have a Jersey accent. I don't think I have any, but it's funny when I moved from New York to Virginia, they said I had a New York accent. I totally don't think I do at all. Um, Whatever, but I dig it. The amalgamation, it works for me. I feel like I'm well spoken. People of all places can understand me usually if they speak English. Um, does all about Okay, I don't know. I get screener links from a few studios, and I just review those and review whatever I feel like. Very cool. Which studio, if you don't mind me asking? I don't. I personally, it depends on what it is for review links. Some of those studios like harass you about reviewing the stuff, and I'm like, I just don't feel like there's enough interest. Like I used to do a lot of the low budget horror stuff, and I just can't do it anymore unless there's something that I think really stands out. There's something that's involved with that, because it's just not doesn't really translate for my time to what I think people will have interest in. Like there was one where I was tempted to review it. It's called Clinton Road. I think Ice-T was a producer, and it's about local New Jersey lore. Like if New Jersey, Weird New Jersey was like this magazine. There's all kinds of crazy stuff for every state, but New Jersey has so many different crazy things. And I don't really know the whole lore, but it's like, I don't know, a haunted road or something like that. And I was tempted to watch it. They sent me like 4 different emails with links to watch it. I didn't do it. And then somebody I know watched, and they said it was one of the worst movies they've ever seen, which, again, a lot of my worst movies were low budget horror movies, especially found footage stuff. So I'm kind of glad I didn't end up watching it, even though it's all subjective. But still, I feel like if it's going to be something that is low budget, I want somebody famous to be involved, some kind of interest for me to make it worth my time to review it, and have the interest from you guys as well. If I review a movie and there's no interest in it, I feel like it was kind of a waste of time. I'm actually surprised some of my older videos for low budget horror stuff, some of them have some decent views. So I don't know. Maybe I should rethink that actually, but we'll see. I definitely want to do more reviews in general. Scrolling through Seth Hoffman. Do you know what my main picture is? I can't even really see it. It looks pink, but I can't really tell what it is. The pictures are really tiny on here when I'm scrolling through. Okay. Yeah, High Octane is one that I'm on that list too, and there's not many that I usually see that I check out on there. Okay, okay. Speaking of low budget, I hated Cloverfield. I don't think really, well, depending on what you think is low budget. I'm talking about way lower budget than that, but I liked Cloverfield. I enjoy it. Ethan Elliott, what's going on? How are you? Those are your cousin's tennis shoes. Okay. All right. um, yeah, right now I'm just watching Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and trying to figure out what I'm going to watch after that. I've got a big pile to choose from. I've actually got some bootlegs here. I'm gonna do a video talking about these bootlegs. Bebe's Kids. I wish that had an official release, but these are HD transfers and Hush. And this is one that I really want to see Criterion Collection actually release. They did a mock-up Criterion Collection release for that. I feel like that would be such a fitting horror movie for a Criterion classic right there. But I don't know, I've got a bunch to choose from that I still need to check out. I got Doors on 4K. I don't know what else is in this pile right now. Some cheesy Mill Creek ones right there. But what are you guys going to watch tonight? How often am I on my channel? I don't really have a set schedule. Whenever I'm in the mood. But if you mean live streaming, I haven't really done a live stream in a while. But I'd like to do more. I feel like it's fun. I like the instant interaction. I don't know. So I would like to do more live streams. Treasure Hounds, a talking dog family movie, is my highest viewed video. I've never heard of that. Treasure Hounds. How many views you have on it? Yeah, see, that's interesting. That's part of the reason why I don't do a lot of them. But it could be that maybe the studio put it on their page and kind of promoted it. That's happened before, so that's cool. How was the movie? Is that an intro to her short? No, it's a feature length. Probably gonna get Sopranos, good stuff. And yeah, let me know what you guys are watching tonight. This is just kind of like an impromptu one. I came in from the heat, and what are you growing? Oh yeah, the plants. There's a few different things out there. There's cinnamon, stevia, onion chives, dill. I want to say there's a couple more things, but I also have cabbage back there, but the deer have eaten all the cabbage. I've got some peppers. There's eggplant, tomatoes, and I got some flowers too, some dahlias I think back there. Thank you on the haircut. It was a much needed haircut. I did that before and after haircut. I feel like the hair was just crazy long. I was debating about shaving off the beard again, but I just ended up trimming it. And I don't know. I guess it works. We've got some compliments on it. That's so weird. I legit just finished watching Elvira on Shudder. It's an Elvira time, Ben. Part of the reason why I wanted to watch it is because Arrow Video announced that they're going to be releasing it here in the U.S. under the Arrow line, and they even said in the post, which I thought was weird because RLJ Entertainment's going to do a release for it, and they said they don't know what's going on with the RLJ Entertainment release, but they're going to be doing it as well. So I don't know what the rights how that works, but I thought not more than one studio could release it at such a short span. That's definitely high for that many subscribers, so congratulations on that. It's pretty awesome. Pet Sematary 2 is awesome, Ken. I'm really excited because Scream Factory announced that they're going to release that on Blu-ray. I want to say it's at the end of the year. I want to say October, November, maybe December, somewhere around there. But I really enjoy that film, so I'm excited for that. I definitely, the new remake, I was not a fan of. They stripped away the heart and soul of the original. They took out so much of the backstory. I feel like they should have added stuff instead of taking stuff away. They changed a couple things, but they took so much out of it. It was just shocking. I watched the original before watching the remake. I think that definitely hindered my enjoyment for the remake. It was just lifeless, pun intended. But the second one I really enjoy. Pet Sematary 2 with Edward Furlong, right? He's in there, and I can't remember the other guy's name right now. He's been in a bunch of stuff. What's up, Sublime? Phil's Creepy Videos. I like that channel name. Oh, the remake. Oh, sorry, Ken. I thought you meant Pet Sematary 2. I'm I'm sorry if I hope I didn't ruin that for you. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of the recent remake for that one. A lot of people did enjoy it though. I don't. Can we chat tomorrow? I don't know, buddy. Probably not. But back in the day, Elvira is still hot. I tell you what, she does conventions, and I think she stopped doing. Just this past year was the last time she did the whole Elvira costume. But she's still pretty hot for her age. She's older, but very attractive. Oh, I didn't. Oh, Ken, you retracted your message. I just missed it though. Have you seen Sorcerer, William Friedkin film a long time ago? In fact, I wanted to get the digibook for it, but I think the digibook is out of print now. What kind of root beer was in the thumbnail? Root beer request. Right here, Stewart's root beer. In fact, I was really tempted, and I still might do a review for Bark's frozen root beer float. I looked on YouTube. There's only one person that's reviewed it. They got a ton of views on it though, so I might have missed the opportunity for that. But I've never seen a frozen root beer float before. It's like in this little tube thing. Thrash Fingers, what's up? Nina, yeah, Stewart's root beer is banging. Stewart's, A&W, Heinz, Barks. I'm a root beer connoisseur. I love my root beer. For alcoholic root beer, the only one that I thought was any good was Not Your Father's. And a lot of people like the Coney Island. The Coney Island one tasted like poison to me. Never again on that. Just. What do you think of Silver Linings Playbook? I loved the heck out of it. I'm a big fan of Jennifer Lawrence, although some of her acting roles, like when she was in Age of Apocalypse, I feel like she kind of phoned that one in. But some of her earlier, like Winter's Bone, she was amazing. Silver Linings Playbook, really love when they do the team ups with that director, which I can't remember his name right now, and then. The two leads in there are great together, Jennifer Lawrence and then Bradley Cooper. David O. Russell, right? Yeah, deer will destroy lost zucchini, pumpkin, vine. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, somebody said to put like bars of soap, Irish Spring soap out there. That can deter the deer. I went to the theater yesterday and I watched Yesterday. It was so good. I'm glad. Was that for your birthday, Nina? I hope it was a great time. Yeah, she's older. I don't know exactly how old she is, but she's got to be at least like her 60s, but I think she's still hot. They showed her, she does the conventions and stuff, and I was like, wow, surprisingly, she's aged very well. I saw her 20 years ago at Knott's Berry Farm. She's still performing there. That's awesome. She's 67, so all right, good stuff, David. All right, I'm just scrolling through now. Yeah, but yeah, she's aged so well. It's shocking how whatever she's drinking, or eating, it's working. I have not seen that. It's funny. I just watched another Mike Leigh film, Meantime. And some of the Mike Leigh films that I've seen, I've not been a big fan of. Didn't he do a movie, Go Happy Go Lucky or something like that? A lot of people raved about that one. I wasn't a fan of that either. But Naked, I've heard really good things. I need to check that one out for sure. Yes, I am actually a big fan of Paris, Texas. That is a classic to me. Gosh, the lead actor, I can't remember his name right now. But he's a phenomenal actor. He passed away, I think, like a year or two ago. I can't remember his name now, and I'm so tired, out of sorts. I didn't sleep well. I haven't been sleeping well for a while, and then the walk today, just sweating like a pig out there. I know I have Paris, Texas over here somewhere. I got to organize. Should I do it by the spine number or by alphabetical for the Criterion collection? Let me know. There we go. There it is. Classic. And it's going to bother me if I can't figure out his name. Harry Dean Stanton. There you go. Father of the Year right there. And, oh, I hate when that happens. Got to push this forward. There we go. But, Lars von Trier classic right there. Let me know what your favorite Wes Anderson movie is. I'm kind of torn between Darjeeling Limited or Royal Tannenbaums. Ride with the Devil, a really good underrated Ang Lee movie. There is Naked. I actually have it, but I haven't watched it yet. I'm actually debating about getting rid of The Innocents. I wasn't a fan of it. Eating Raoul, I think, is a really underrated cannibal comedy movie. Just Big Chill is a classic. Scrolling through here. See what else. La Haine is probably one of my favorite black and white, modern black and white films. Robinson Crusoe on Mars is one of my all-time favorite movies. I love when I was younger, I was really kind of obsessed with, like, sci-fi, kind of adventure stuff like that, so I was really into that.
Uh, I wasn't the biggest fan of the For All Mankind. It's funny because that's kind of fitting because it was the anniversary recently. But I kind of want to revisit that one to just double take on that one. Blowout, I was able to get signed up by Nancy Allen too. Always love that film, and then it's gonna be hard to put that back right now, so I'll just put that on the top. Where is Blue is the Warmest Color? That was like one of my favorite ones of whatever year that came out, and I know I have it over here somewhere, but I don't know, just a random scroll through. Let's see, Rushmore, but yeah, Fox. See you later, Ken. I love the Innocence. I know. I feel like I'm actually in the minority for the Innocence. I wasn't into it. But I maybe I should rewatch it again. I remember, I don't know, certain aspects of it, but I feel like it's been a year since I've watched it. It was the last time. A lot of Criterion films are not out there. Royal Tannenbaums, absolutely. I've only seen a couple of Wes films. I haven't seen Moonrise Kingdom. That's the only one that I haven't seen actually. Anything but Rushmore. I like Rushmore, but it wouldn't be my top pick. Harry Dean Stanton, thank you, thank you. Ben, I needed you a couple minutes ago. I missed your comment. Sorry about that. Criterion sale, yes, I did. Yes, absolutely. What do you think of Sisters, by the way? But yeah, I did pick up some Criterions in the sale. Here's some stuff right here, and I got some more stuff over here. There's some stuff I might have shown previously, and then other ones I'm not sure. I'm very disorganized. Like you see, there's stuff like everywhere. I've been meaning to do updates for, but yeah, I got to do more updates of different things. I actually really enjoyed this release of Silent Hill. Rewatching it again, really phenomenal release for that. Scream Factory does some great stuff for sure. And then here is, I know I've shown this before, but here is a custom VHS. We'll use that terminology for Hereditary, which I absolutely love that. And then there's the spine. And there's the back right there. And then you open it up. Kind of like that old Warner Brothers releases. If I can open this up one-handed, it's going to be a pain. I can't open it up right now, but there's green on the part of the tape right there for the VHS head. So I dig that though. But I love Hereditary a lot. There's some hate for that movie, and it's all subjective, but that's a classic for me. And there's Do the Right Thing, which such an amazing release for that too. And I gotta find out where I put the BRD trilogy now. Where did I put that? Somewhere. Oh, there. Is that it over there? Yeah, right there. All right. So, and there's Rushmore I have on DVD still. But brief, Port of Shadows. I would love to see Port of Shadows and Secret Honor get releases on Blu-ray for Criterion. This is one of my favorite Robert Altman films. I believe it was a play at first, and definitely feels like that too. But the performance from what is this? Philip, what's his name on here on the back? It's gonna bother me so much. Philip Baker Hall. I don't know if that's right. Where is it? I'm trying to read it on here, but the lead actor here is just phenomenal. Philip Baker Hall. I was right. Hooray for me. But yeah, just a phenomenal performance. Absolutely just riveting. As Nixon right there. But very excited to see what they release in the future as well. Criterion Collection, Scream Factory doing some great stuff. Yes, exactly, like old books. That's how I feel about them. In fact, I don't let a lot of Criterion, like a lot of, I mean, no, it's again, it depends what you're into as well. But I think for like some horror fans, I feel like a lot of them have negative stigma for Criterion Collection. They feel like it's pretentious and stuff like that, but I think it's great for history of film, and they have some really good horror releases too. I'm going to do a video on my top 5 horror Blu-rays, and I can tell you Criterion Collection has one of them on there. I'll talk about that more in the future. You got to check out Hereditary. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. For me, it's not just one of the creepiest movies of recent times, but one of the creepiest movies of all time. Just blows me away. I still want to see Midsummer. Thank you, Thrash Fingers. Glad you liked it as well, Nina. Best Bruce Willis role in a decade? Whew, that's big talk. It's a shame that I feel like Bruce Willis has such a negative stigma for his his personality on set. Kind of a bummer to hear that. It's a shame to hear that about a lot of like Constance Wu, I believe as well. A lot of negative things for her. Yes, it is Ethan Elliott.
Good call, Ethan Elliott. Great minds right there. Absolutely. But Constance Wu, I was really disappointed because I like the TV show Fresh Off the Boat. I think she's a good actress, but I've heard that she's just a huge diva, and that's such a bummer. In fact, she tweeted that she was disappointed that the show got renewed. If it wasn't for that show, you wouldn't have a career. Like that's how you got propelled to do these movie roles. I get that you want to do bigger projects, but for the rest of these people in the cast, like that's their meal ticket. That's you should be grateful. I feel like, but there's a big fan following for the show. I'm a big fan of it, so it was disappointing to hear that, and then to hear that she's very rude to people on the set. What's up, Jeff? How are you? My Poughkeepsie, right? Poughkeepsie around there. Um, See, you know what, the scene that really stuck out for me was the pole scene because I didn't see that coming at all. It reminds me of Psycho. I feel like you're following one like one character, and then something happens, and then you're following something. I love it. It was so atmospheric, so well done. That was a debut film, so that is shocking to me. One of the best debut films I've seen in a while. Your face just got serious talking about Hereditary. That's how passionate I am about that movie. I love the heck out of it. I remember like somebody got mad at me because I liked it. I was like, it's subjective, but to me, it's like it blows me away how phenomenal that movie is. And like, there's certain movies that I think are terrible that some people love, like Blair Witch Project. To me, it's the most overrated horror movie in history. And the marketing, I get it, the marketing aspect for it, but you're telling me that's the big selling point. But you're telling me you believe that there was a witch living in the woods, and that's what made you think that movie was so great and that it was believable. Come on now. Come on. If you're over the age of 5 and you're believing that there was a witch living in the woods, come on. Just stop. But I understand the marketing kind of was genius for it at the time, but I was never a fan of that one. And I think it's the most overrated horror movie in history and one of the most overrated movies in history, period. But people love it. And all right, Nina, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I feel like there's a very small minority of people who actually hate that movie. It's majority is praise for what I hear. Dave Akin, what's going on? Have you seen the UK film? Yes, did you leave me a comment about it? Because I meant to reply to that. I have seen it. I'll be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I feel like there's a lot of praise for that movie. It reminds me of the movie Pontypool, but with children. I like the snowy setting for it. But maybe I want to revisit it too. I feel like sometimes I could be a harsh critic with it. But yeah, Pontypool was a movie that I absolutely love. It's very similar to that, I feel, but with the children aspect. Yes, I do. I love the movie The Witch as well. Incredibly atmospheric and creepy film right there. I have the 4K of it, I think, in one of these piles, like over here somewhere. I don't know. There's a few piles. I gotta downgrade more. I'm gonna do some videos asking your help to help me downgrade. Like, I Still See You. I might get rid of that one. I don't know. Like, it's so much space. Space is at a premium, and I just really want to keep movies that I want to rewatch again. That's the biggest thing. Thank you, I appreciate that. But I feel like I should give The Children another watch. Your tastes kind of cultivate and change over the years. There's certain movies that I remember hating when I was younger, and now that I love, like Chasing Amy was a movie that I hated when I first watched it, but now I love it. And then there's the movie Session 9. Don't hate me on this, but I remember hating that movie when it first came out, and now I love it. In fact, I need to get the Blu-ray release for that. That's on my wish list for sure. Fully on board. Yeah, absolutely. I want to see. There's so many different directors coming out now that I'm excited for. The director who did It Follows, he did recently Under the Silver Lake. David Robert Mitchell, which I was really a big fan of both of those films. This one, though, isn't going to be as mainstream favorable. I feel like it's going to frustrate a lot of people because there is a lot of it leaves the viewer's imagination to make up for certain things. It doesn't give you all the answers. And I kind of appreciate that. I don't need everything spoon-fed to me. I kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for right now? Where just, it leaves it up to you to figure out. It doesn't give you all the answers. I can't think of what I'm meant to be saying right now. But I dig it. And that was one, if you like old school, like classic Hollywood, I feel like you'll really appreciate that. And it's a lot of a good mystery thriller going. There's all these puzzles. He's trying to find this missing girl. But yeah, It Follows is really good too. The word I was looking for was starting with an A, and I can't. I'm terrible at it right now. I'm so overheated. I gotta turn the AC back on. I haven't seen Climax yet. I think you were mentioning that you were a big fan of that film. I do want to check. I have it. I have it. Maybe I should watch that after this, right? I'm gonna watch Climax after this. I know what it's about. I like certain aspects of Gaspar Noé's work. Not always the biggest fan. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Chapter 2. Cats looks creepier. Yes, absolutely looks creepier. Release Come and See, watched a few weeks ago, and I still haven't recovered from it. Not familiar with that one actually. At least I can't think of it off the top of my head. Um, Let me know what that's about. Who's directed it? Because I can't think of Come and See. Tell me more about it. You know what's a movie I watched recently? Well, it was a few months ago now, but I really loved it. I'd love to see it get a Blu-ray release. Is oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of it now. It has Steve Carell as the lead. His son is addicted to drugs. But that movie was so good. Something about a boy. I can't remember the name of it, but that movie was really emotionally moving. I really enjoyed the heck out of that film. Um, I am drinking a root beer, a Stewart's root beer. I just stopped drinking diet soda. I feel like I've heard such negative things about diet soda, so I'm going with regular soda. But I'm gonna actually try to cut out all the sugar and stuff. Yeah, they look so weird with the cats look so creepy. Cats looks like it's gonna be creepier than It Chapter 2. Anonymity? No, I'm still trying to think of the word that I'm looking for. I can't remember it now. But when they don't give you all the answers, I'm overtired. Forgive me. This isn't my best work right here. But I hope you guys are still enjoying the live stream. I like doing these live streams. They're a lot of fun. The instant interaction, I dig it. I definitely want to be more active on here. That's something that be prepared for. More videos coming up soon. I've got so many, like, again, there's just piles of stuff that I want to do updates for and talk about. But yeah, just figured I'd pop on here. That's the thing too. Whenever I do these videos, like the live streams, they're so like it feels like I've been maybe 10 minutes, and we're coming up on 50 minutes, which it blows my mind. I highly recommend searching for it. It's a real masterpiece. Roger Ebert gave it a phenomenal review. How old is that movie? Come and See. I will have to double check that. Look into that. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's Kevin Smith's like deepest film that actually has a lot of. Well, I like Red State. I feel like is kind of underrated, but it's a different kind of film for sure. You may have Which Neighbors, Jay, which is a real. I don't know if probably nobody on here remembers this, but years ago, my neighbors had this tree branch taped to the garage door. It was so bizarre. Somebody said it maybe has something to do with the solstice or pagans or something. I don't know. I never found out, but that was weird. 1988. Okay. Yes. The Rosemary's Baby for me is Criterion Collection releases, easily one of the top 5 best standalone horror Blu-ray releases. Yes, Red State blew me away. That was really surprising. It didn't really feel like a Kevin Smith film, but it shows that he is multi-talented, not just doing the typical Mallrats, Clerks kind of stuff. But I think he's doing Clerks 3 now, right? Oh, you remember that, Corinne? Yeah, you've definitely been around for a long time. Thank you, I appreciate that. DJ, hey, what's going on, man? How have you been? Danny. No, I'm trying to remember. Oh my gosh. I said the same thing about Hereditary. I like that they didn't spoon. That they don't always have to spoon feed you everything. But I feel like they could have utilized where they didn't give you so much at the end of Hereditary. The word I was thinking about starts with an A, I believe. Like not anonymity, but I appreciate when they don't leaves you something to leave your imagination. I can't think of the word right now, and it's really bothering me. Did you like Poughkeepsie when you were here? Yes, absolutely. In fact, I just had a discussion about the Poughkeepsie tapes. Somebody was saying they liked the movie Megan is Missing, and that Megan was Missing was one of the better found footage movies, and Poughkeepsie tapes was terrible. I felt the exact opposite. Megan is Missing, it had so much hype when it came out, and it was claimed to be shocking, disturbing. I thought it was a joke. There's more disturbing, shocking things on the news every night. There's one scene at the end, and if you've seen any horror movie, it was nothing to be shocked about, really. So I just never understood the hype for that one. It had terrible acting in it, and overall, it was a awful movie, but some people love it. But to me, Poughkeepsie Tapes is an extremely creepy found footage movie, and one of the better found footage movies out there. One of my favorite found footage movies, speaking of Criterions, if I can find it quickly, is Man Bites Dog right here. One of my, this to me is never really gets talked about that much, especially when talking about found footage. I consider it a found footage movie. It's following a serial killer around, black and white. I want to say 92 came out. Wow, 92. I thought it was in the 80s. But I would highly recommend Man Bites Dog. Has some hilarious moments in there, but such a phenomenal film. I'd love to see that get a Blu-ray release too. But... and I gotta watch My Own Private Idaho again. I remember not being the biggest fan of that one, but I know a lot of people love it, and I kind of feel like I should give it another chance. Linklater's Slacker, I think, definitely influenced Kevin Smith and Clerks. Let's see what else. Kaz is wasting money. How are you? What's going on? Thoughts on Silent Bob reboot trailer? I don't think I saw it. I'll have to look into that too. Yes, that's actually such an amazing film too. I think it's not quite a silent film because I think there's a couple words actually muttered in there, but that's a very haunting and surreal film. Vampire. I think it actually doesn't have a Blu-ray release now because I have the DVD of it. I do. If I that's one I'd probably want to upgrade. But I've been on here for 51 minutes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Wait, before I go, The Possession of Hannah Grace. I'll have to, just decent, or would you recommend it? Yeah, I mean, the Poughkeepsie Tapes was super creepy. For me, it had a lot of realistic feel to it as far as what was talked about in the headlines, and just certain things, the way that it was done was just so, just creeped me the heck out. Just certain scenes for that movie still creep me out thinking about it, especially the final shot for Poughkeepsie Tapes. I'll never forget that. Just that actress was amazing in that role too. I love that film. Love the heck out of it. I was gonna do something 51 minutes ago. Now I can't remember. What's up with the whole Area 51 thing? I don't know exactly what it is, but I see a lot of memes about it. I guess somebody created a Facebook like group thing to do storming Area 51. Like what they should do is, because first of all, most people aren't going to be going out there and doing it. I think there's a certain demographic for people that are saying they're going to do it and really into it. But I think they should just turn it into like a music festival nearby or something like that. Because I think I heard Lil Nas X is going to perform or something. I don't know. But I don't know. It's crazy world we live in these days. But yeah, I am still trying to figure out. I think I'm going to watch Climax after this. I'm watching Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and then I'll probably watch Climax. I've been meaning to see it for a while. Let me know what you guys are going to watch tonight. Leave me those comments down below. But I am going to... Nina cracking me up over there. I am going to be getting off here now and finishing up my movie, Mistress Elvira the Dark. Then I'll be watching Climax. And I will check you guys later. Look forward to some more videos. I want to be more active on here. Thank you guys for your continued support on here, and expect more live streams as well. Hope you guys all have a great night. Take care.